Hello. My name is Anna-Maria Hefele. I'm a musician and I have the honor to open this lovely evening for you with some music. And I brought you a very special instrument. It's called a nyckelharpa or keyed fiddle. It is like a violin mixed up with a typewriter with all those buttons and keys. It is tuned like a viola, but it has chromatic keys instead of fingers on the fretboard, and it has sympathetic strings, which makes the sound very lovely. And in medieval all over Central Europe, and the oldest picture of it is a stone carving in a church in Gotland in Sweden, and the oldest painting is from 1406 from a chapel in Siena. So I will play some traditional Swedish folk music. It's a polska and a song from Naples, traditional song from the 16th century, Stanotte. This night I dreamed. So it's about a young man who falls asleep and dreams that he becomes a fly, so he can fly through the bedroom window of his girlfriend and crawl around her naked body and adore her beautiful skin and hair. And unfortunately, the girl woke up and it was just the end of the fly.
La little taint era poi cascava. intorno alla tua festa montano l'ecore piacere e festa, intorno alla tua festa montano l'ecore piacere e festa.
Thank you.
Good evening and a warm welcome. Dear Secretary General of the Ministry of European and International Affairs, Peter Lansky, dear ambassadors and representatives of the diplomatic corps, dear official and civil society representatives, dear viewers, followers from all of us around the world tonight. It's just amazing and wonderful to be celebrating this year's Intercultural Achievement Award live and online. My name is Maria Hamer, and I'm a journalist at the National Austrian Broadcasting Corporation, ORF, and I'm your Master of Ceremonies tonight. It's a posh word for what I'm doing, but it's an honor and a pleasure to guide you through those next 90 minutes, and where we will be giving away 5 international and 3 national awards. We've just heard a wonderful musician who's sadly left us. Thank you very much, Anna Maria Hefele, for your introduction by words and music. She holds a master's degree from the Mozarteum University Salzburg and performs worldwide as a soloist. She's an artist in the genre world music, as you've noticed, of the new Austrian Sound of Music program 2023-24. And it is her first performance in this capacity, so another warm welcome and applause for our wonderful musician. Tonight, it's all about the Intercultural Achievement Award, and let's have a short look at the video that explains a little bit about it.
Intercultural dialogue allows us to prevent ethnic, religious, linguistic, and cultural divides and to deal with our different identities constructively and democratically on the basis of shared universal values. The Intercultural Achievement Award was launched in 2014. It recognizes outstanding projects worldwide in the following categories: sustainability, recent events, innovation, media, and technology. For Austrian civil society organizations, it offers special awards for integration and Best Austrian Project. The Intercultural Achievement Award aims at identifying best practices, enhancing recognition of intercultural projects locally, and enabling the emergence of new international civil society networks. The Intercultural Achievement Award, honoring organizations that make a difference.
I now kindly ask Secretary General Peter Lansky to come up on stage for his opening remarks.
A wonderful good evening. Thank you very much, Madame Dr. Harmer, for being our host in a way tonight and for guiding us through this evening. Excellencies, distinguished laureates, ladies and gentlemen, it's a delight after 2 years of hybrid award ceremonies to be able to welcome all of you here in person. And it's a particular privilege being joined tonight by civil society's brightest and most innovative minds from around the globe. You've already made a reference to our musician tonight. I also would like to thank on behalf of all of us Anna Maria Hefele, who, as you may know, has been collaborating with our ministry for quite some time for her performance and for providing the musical background to our evening. While for the last 2 years our biggest worry was COVID-19 and its various implications on our societies, the year 2022 has brought us new and extremely serious challenges. A war at the doorstep of Europe, rising costs of living and energy challenges combined with extraordinary measures to combat global warming. The common denominator in our reaction to all these crises is the need for a very strong and innovative international cooperation. And I believe this evening the composition of the audience is a very good example of that strong international cooperation. Initiatives such as the Intercultural Achievement Award and the recognition and dissemination of the best practice projects in the field of the intercultural and interreligious dialogue are therefore more important than ever. Some of you may recall that we had to cancel last year's award ceremony at very short notice. It is therefore our great pleasure to be able to welcome as special guests the laureates of the Intercultural Achievement Award of 2021, coming from countries Albania, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Indonesia, Lebanon, and Nigeria. We are very happy that you are with us tonight. You are also with us tonight. And our sincerest congratulations once again. Your contributions and your awards will be highlighted a little later in the program. In 2022, an impressive total of 184 projects from 39 countries participated in this award. From these applications, our independent jury selected outstanding projects from France, from India, from Jordan, from South Africa, and from Morocco. They are also awarded 3 recognition awards going to projects in Egypt, in the Kosovo, and in the United States. Without wanting to reveal all too much about those awards, many of this year's successful entries concentrate on younger people and the next generation, which we believe is a very pertinent thematic focus of tonight. Dear representatives of civil society, today we are mainly expressing our gratitude for your contributions and recognize your innovative practices. They are essential for bringing us closer together and for paving the way for a better future for all of us. Last but certainly not least, let me express our sincere gratitude to our sponsors and partners. The so-called Zukunftsfonds or Future Fund of the Republic of Austria, the Austrian Development Agency with its director, Ambassador Fritz Stift, and the Austrian Integration Fund for their continued commitment and for their financial contributions. We hope that the Intercultural Achievement Award will continue to provide the well-deserved recognition and support for best practice initiatives, ignite our individual curiosity, and promote tolerance and respect on a global level. At this stage, it's for me to say thank you and to wish you a wonderful and enjoyable evening, and thank you again very much, Madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Secretary General Petalowski. As it was mentioned by you in the speech, we are very happy today to have the winners of the Intercultural Achievement Award 2021 here in Vienna. So I would now like to announce their names and ask them to briefly get up, and I would ask you in the end to give them a very warm round of applause. So the first one is Mrs. Grisela Hakai from Albania for the project Western Balkans Youth Cooperation Platform. And Mr. Vahadin Omanovic from Bosnia-Herzegovina for the project Garden of Opportunities. Mr. Putut Widyanarko from Indonesia for the project Alternative Narrative from Credible Voices. Mr. Kassem Istanbuli from Lebanon for the project Arab Culture and Arts Network. And last but definitely not least, Mr. Sana Buka Mustafa from Nigeria for the project Part-Time Teaching, Coordinating Livelihood Skills. Congratulations, and we are so happy to have you here with us in Vienna tonight. Let's move to 2022. We have already heard the categories for the international prizes. It's sustainability, recent events, innovation, media, and technology. So the first one is sustainability, and we'll see a little film.
Global Citizenship Education and Integration. A special curriculum developed by Mount Abu Public School in India aims to teach children the value and responsibilities of being part of a global community. Throughout the program, future world citizens are encouraged to work together almost daily and experience the rich cultural and natural diversity of India and beyond. Partnerships with schools in India and other countries enable them to expand their sense of community and expose them to different realities of life. Sparking creativity and responsibility, the Global Citizenship Education and Integration Project receives the Sustainability Award for inspiring youths to recognize challenges and opportunities globally and locally, advancing achievements of sustainability, human rights, and global citizenship.
It's an honor and pleasure to ask Ambassador Friedrich Stift, the Managing Director of the Austrian Development Agency, and Mrs. Jyoti Arora, onto the representative of the Mount Abu Public School, to come onto stage. I'd like to quickly also tell you a little bit more. We've also heard about it already, about the Austrian Development Agency. It's one of the three sponsors, as already mentioned in the speech, of this night's award, with a budget of over 640 million euros. The aim is to combat poverty, ensure peace, and preserve the environment in order to improve living conditions in developing countries.
It's not our budget, unfortunately. It's all the projects together, 600 million.
But it's a big amount.
Yes, budget is 225 million around.
Okay, but nevertheless, I mean, you can make a difference. Yes. That's what it is all about. And you work closely together with the Federal Ministry of European and International Affairs, with partner countries, public institutions, civil society organizations, and the private sector. And you are mainly operating in Africa, Asia, Southeast Europe, and the South Caucasus. So this is this amazing prize that I would like to hand over to you, and you pass it on.
Congratulations.
Just leave it as it is, perhaps. Oops.
Good evening, namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for this incredible honor. I'm truly humbled and would like to dedicate this to the entire learning community of Mount Abu Public School in India, the vibrant community that respects the diversity, takes the global challenges, and collaborates for actions with compassion. And this award-winning project has come up with a philosophy from Sanskrit literature, Vasudev Kutumbakam, means world is one family. And this has proved that every small action matters. So I'm very, very happy tonight, and this award is a great motivation for all of us in Mount Abu School family. And sincere gratitude and congratulations to entire team of management, parents, educators, and above all the learners, the global citizens of our school community. And thank you team and Ministry of Austria for their brilliant efforts and this great recognition. This means a world to us. And many congratulations to fellow awardees. Last but not the least, thank you so very much, God Almighty, for all His choicest blessings on our family. Once again, many thanks for this incredible award. Thank you so very much.
Congratulations. And we move on to the second category, which is recent events.
The South African Foreign and Migrant Policy and Xenophobia Project, initiated by the Southern African Liaison Office, strives to facilitate dialogue in the heated social environment of informal settlements and townships throughout South Africa. With xenophobic attitudes and violence on the rise, targeting especially members of African diaspora from countries such as Zimbabwe and Mozambique, SALO works to initiate dialogues between stakeholders, support migrants to know their rights, and create safe spaces to encourage addressing issues in their home countries. The South African Foreign and Migrant Policy and Xenophobia Project receives the Recent Events Award for its approach against rising inequality, exclusion, and violence, helping those who are most affected and disadvantaged by such dynamics.
This prize will be handed over by the representative of the Future Fund of the Republic of Austria that we have already heard about. It's a strong sponsor of the Intercultural Achievement Award. The fund subsidizes scientific and pedagogical projects which foster tolerance and mutual understanding, as well as projects that investigate and counteract anti-Semitic, extremist, fundamentalist, xenophobic, and, as we've heard, totalitarian tendencies and threats. And I therefore would like to ask the General Secretary of the Austrian Future Fund, Magister Anita Dumfat, and South African Liaison Office representative Ineke Stemmend to come up on stage.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for this prestigious award that recognizes our work on migrants and anti-xenophobia. The nature of our work is such that it doesn't often yield short-term victories, and so it's easy to feel like it's not making a difference, especially with the rising xenophobia that we're experiencing in South Africa, but also globally. So this is just another reminder for us to continue our work to build social cohesion in our communities. Thank you.
Congratulations to you. The third prize is in the category Innovation. Let's see the film.
For its project Reinventing Toomly Lean, consolidating spaces for debate and dialogue, the Moroccan NGO Memories for the Future draws inspiration from interreligious dialogues of Benedictine monks. Working with young people in search of a meaningful life, the initiative aims to build resilience against hateful ideologies and promote understanding between religious communities. In cooperation with Moroccan youth organizations, historical and practical know-how for respectful and peaceful coexistence are shared with the younger Moroccan generations. Reinventing Toomly Lean, consolidating spaces for debate and dialogue, receives the Innovation Award for reviving the interreligious dialogue approach established by Christian monks in the past in an innovative and impactful way, promoting openness towards other religions throughout the region.
Amazing projects that are rewarded tonight. And I would now like to ask the Secretary General of the Austrian Conference of Religions Orders, Schwester Christine Roth, and the Moroccan representative of the project Reinventing Taumlil, Lamia Radi, to come onto the stage. And since the project has a very strong link to Christian monastic traditions, we thought it would be a nice and interesting idea to have the representative of the Christian orders, the religious Christian orders in Austria, with their rich heritage to hand over the prize. Please come up on stage.
Azuli fil lawn, assalamu alaikum. Dear all, thank you very much for this very strong acknowledgement of our project that we've been through since 2015. Tonight, we want to thank the Rabita al-Muhammadiyya of the Ulama. It's a Moroccan institution of Muslim scholars and theologists who stood on our side from the very first day. I also want to thank the Catholic Church, the Holy See, and the Benedictine monk of Ancalcat Abbey, who stood on our side and stood by our side, and welcome very warmly this project made by Muslim, for Muslim, but based on an inspiring model of Christians. Thank you very much.
Amazing project. I think we've all heard about this monastery in Morocco. Next category, media.
The project True Stories Connect Us All by the French organization 99 promotes global intercultural dialogue by making documentary films available to a wider audience through free online accessibility and translation. Focusing on short documentaries featuring true stories, 99 makes their universal messages accessible, adding subtitles in currently 8 languages that are provided by translation students worldwide and displaying the documentaries online free of charge. Additionally, screenings held across the globe allow people to fully engage, reflect, and even vote for their personal favorites. True Stories Connect Us All is awarded the Media Award for creatively utilizing the medium of film to overcome language barriers and provide valuable insights, casting light on relevant topics such as climate change and social rights in an enjoyable and engaging way.
For the handing over of this prize, I would now ask the designated General Director for International Cultural Affairs of the Ministry of European and International Affairs, Ambassador Christoph Thun-Hohenstein, and the representative of the French organization 99, Mrs. Lena Roche, to come up to the stage. He's my boss. Let me remind you that the task force Dialogue of Cultures, which is responsible for tonight's award, is based in the section of this ministry. So.
Danke, thank you, merci beaucoup. That's how far I can go, but the documentaries on our website are available with subtitles with 8 languages, so in order to be accessible to really everyone. I'm the one who has the great honor to be here tonight, but obviously it takes a whole team, starting with our creator and founder, Jérôme Plan, and up to 70 translators and volunteers from up to 15 countries, without whom this project obviously wouldn't be possible. And thanks to this prize and to the prize money, the 99 family will grow even further, and we will try to include new languages like Swahili and Ukrainian into our mix. And so take a look, and I'm sure that there's at least one documentary, one true story that will move you and that will stay with you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. We finalized the international categories with the category Technology.
The Puppets World Theatre Project, submitted by Puppets World for Development of Children in Jordan, is the very first of its kind. Traveling around a country that has embraced many refugee children, it raises awareness of social issues in a fun and enjoyable way. Being mobile, the theatre reaches even remote communities and targets children from 4 to 12 years of age. Regardless of their social, regional, or cultural background, local and refugee children are invited not only to enjoy themselves, but also to participate together with their peers, presenting their own puppet shows based on their imagination. The Puppets World Theatre Project receives the Technology Award for utilizing simple technological means to achieve great impact, thereby giving joy to our youngest and teaching values like acceptance and compassion along the way.
This wonderful prize will be handed over by a representative of the International Organization for Migration, and the head has been part of our jury, very important, as we have heard in the speech of Mr. Lansky in the very beginning, for a couple of years already, and we thank them sincerely for their valuable input. So may I now ask the head of the office of the International Organization for Migration, Mrs. Marianne Benbo-Pfisterer, and the Jordan's Puppets World of Development for Children representative, Mr. Rami Badr, to come up on stage.
Train. Sorry. Okay. All the way from Jordan to Austria, I'm extremely happy that Puppets World for Development of Children is the first Jordanian company that receives the IAA International Award. This puppet has been my tool to teach children about coexistence and accepting difference, regardless of their gender, social class, color, religion, and culture. The IAA Award will help us continue our work with passion and love. Thank you very much.
Before we start with the Austrian categories, let me welcome again Anna Maria Hefele for a musical intermezzo, and this time it's her harp.
Yes. Besides the Nyckelharpa, another special thing I'm doing a lot is called overtone singing. Overtone singing is a voice technique when one person sings 2 notes at the same time. And if I do it without harp, it sounds like this. And this works through filtering of frequencies in the vocal tract. So my voice, that is just how it sounds if I sing normally, has lots of frequencies, a fundamental and an overtone series. And in the vocal tract, I make a form that works like an equalizer. So I bring out individual harmonics from the sound. And you can do that easily from home when you take a shower or you go by car somewhere or you are cooking or vacuum cleaning. And we can try it together. So we sing one long note and we make vowel transitions between E and U, like an English U, but in slow motion, and a French oui, also very slow on a long note. Just let's try together with me. Yeah, so that's the first technique. You can go into that. And when you raise up the tongue and make something like an American R sound, then it starts whistling and to get loud. So, and I use that technique in music. So in this case, I sing for you By This River, written by Brian Eno, arranged with some overtones by me. Sky that's ever falling down, 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 ever falling down. I wonder why we came. with impressions chosen from another time, time from another time. You talked to me as if through a distance, and I replied with impressions chosen from another time, time from another time. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna Maria Hefele, for that wonderful piece of music. And there is always something new to learn. Thank you very much for practicing with us. Let's see what happens when we're at home and driving a car. So we are now moving on to the Austrian categories for the Intercultural Achievement Award, and we start with the Special Award for Integration. The Austrian Integration Fund is the third sponsor of the Intercultural Achievement Award, and the Austrian Integration Fund is a fund of the Republic of Austria, which cooperates closely together with the Federal Chancellery. The central focus of the work is providing migrants with information and counseling services and the facilitation of integration and German courses. I would now like to ask the head of integration measures of the Austrian Integration Fund, Mrs. Sandra Ivkic, and the representative of the GEMA Gemeinsam machen organization, Mrs. Agnes Heidacher, to come up on stage.
Well, on behalf of my team colleagues, who are also here in the audience tonight, thank you to the Austrian Foreign Ministry. We are deeply grateful that our work is honored with this award. We also want to thank all the people who support our project work. However, we dedicate this award to all our project participants, because without them, the intercultural dialogue and the intercultural achievement wouldn't be possible at all. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I muddled up things. I will not I will not make you watch the video, obviously, on that project. Can we see it now, please?
The project GEMA, Gemeinsam machen, by the Verein zur Förderung des interkulturellen Austauschs junger Menschen, is an Austrian initiative with the goal to facilitate and enhance exchanges between people of different cultures and to contribute to peaceful and respectful coexistence, aimed at helping those who would fall through the cracks of other social support programs. GEMA consists of two aspects: intercultural meeting spaces, including a cafe and info office, as well as counseling and learning support. People new to Austria receive individually tailored and eminently important learning support and counseling for social, educational, housing, work, and everyday challenges by locals. GEMA, Gemeinsam machen, receives the Special Award for Integration for providing support, inclusion, and inspiration to newcomers in Austria, optimizing the process of integration into a new environment.
Thank you, colleagues, for helping me out. We'll continue with the next award, the Best Austrian Project Award. And we see the film right now.
The Project Sindbad, Mentoring for Teenagers. The Project Sindbad, Mentoring for Teenagers, is a mentoring program that helps guide socioeconomically disadvantaged teenagers through their transition from compulsory school to further education or apprenticeship. Sindbad works through an integrative one-on-one approach. Voluntary mentors who come from all walks of life spend time with their mentees, allowing them to build trust and receive valuable advice while going through formative times in their lives. For guidance, monthly modules organized by Sindbad provide structure to the meetings. As for the mentors, Sindbad enables them to benefit from encounters with people from different backgrounds. Sindbad, mentoring for teenagers, receives the Best Austrian Project Award for providing critical support to youths through mentors that include intercultural aspects, benefiting both the mentor and the mentee.
I would like to ask the head of the unit Together Austria of the Austrian Integration Fund, Mrs. Vittorio Morina, and a representative of the Sindbad Mentoring für Jugendliche in Österreich organization, Mr. Matthias Lovrek, to come up on stage.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to receive this award today on behalf of the whole team of Sindbad and all over Austria. I just want to say actually two things which came into my mind while watching here this ceremony. First thing, the overtune singing. I want to keep it in my mind because I heard it's good for young children and I have a daughter at home waiting for me. And that's always good to relax her, I heard, the overtune singing. The second thing is we have hard times and every project that has been presented to us throughout the evening is so wonderful and so great. And actually I want to thank all of the other prize holders to put so much positive energy in not so easy times. And so thanks to you. And also thanks to my whole Sindbad team and the organizers of tonight. Thank you very much.
As we've just heard about the overtone singing again, I'd love to ask the musician back on stage again for the final performance of hers for tonight. Thank you. We are surprised. What's coming next?
So my last piece for tonight is an arrangement of a book of ride-on written by the singer-songwriter harpist Joanna Newsom, and also I put some overtones into that.
We should shine a light on the book of right on, it was right on. We should shine a light on the book of right on, it was right on. I killed my dinner with karate, kick him in the face, taste the body shallow. Work is the work that I do. Do you wanna sit at my table? My fighting fame is fabled and fortune finds me fit and able. And do you see, oh, that you do pray? Oh, and do you say that you're okay? And do you say, oh, that you do pray? Oh, and do you say that you're okay? wanna ride on my back, oh pray that what you lack does not distract. Even when you run through my mind, something else is in front, oh you're behind, and I don't have to remind you to stick with your kind. And do you say, oh, that you do pray? Oh, and do you say that you're okay? And do you say, oh, that you do pray? Oh, and do you say that you're okay? Even when you touch my face, you know your place. And even when you touch my face, you know your place. And we should shine a light on the book of right on, it was right on. We should shine a light on the book of right on, it was right on. Thank you so much.
Truly amazing. Thank you so much, Anna Maria Hefele, for your performance, and all the best for your career. We'll hear lots of you, I guess, I hope. We are now moving to the last category tonight already. There is one prize. I'll move it more into the light. It gets more light. Here, one more prize, and it's the special award.
The Ukrainian Saturday School is a non-profit institute that was established by the Ukrainisches Ivan Franko Zentrum für Bildung und Kultur. Students of different ages are enrolled in the Ukrainian Saturday School, while they usually attend Austrian schools from Monday to Friday. The Saturday School provides subjects such as history, Ukrainian language and literature, following the Ukrainian curriculum, assuring that students can prepare for and take the Ukrainian school leaving examination. In addition, the Ukrainian Saturday School also offers integrative courses such as piano, guitar, dance, painting, German language classes for students and parents, and a scout group. The Ukrainian Saturday School is awarded a special prize for its bridge building and integrational efforts in recently welcoming a high number of children in very challenging circumstances.
As we have heard from our Secretary General right in the beginning, difficult times, difficult year, and it's very amazing to have this prize here tonight. And I'd asked the Team Ukraine in the Austrian Integration Fund, Mrs. Olena Chudovets and Mrs. Sonja Ziganek, and the representative of the Ukrainisches Ivan Franko Zentrum für Kultur und Bildung, Mrs. Victoria Kettner, to come up on stage.
Im Namen des ganzen Teams des ukrainischen Ivan Franko Zentrum für Bildung und Kultur möchte ich mich für diesen Preis bedanken. Wir fühlen uns sehr geehrt. Ebenso wir danken dem ganzen pädagogischen Team, der Direktion, der Administration der ukrainischen Samstagsschule, vor allem den engagierten Eltern, die jeden Samstag und Sonntag uns unterstützen und allen Sponsoren. Nur gemeinsam können wir allen Kindern, die aufgrund des Krieges vertrieben worden sind aus der Ukraine, eine Ausbildung anbieten, ein Stück Heimat, ein Stück Geborgenheit schenken. Und wir werden auch weiterhin unsere Arbeit zum Wohle des Kindes unermüdlich fortsetzen. Slava Ukraini!
So wichtig, so kostbar, meine Damen und Herren. Sie haben, glaube ich, verdreifacht die Kapazitäten aufgrund der großen Nachfrage. Unglaublich, freiwillig, ganz, ganz kostbar. Die drei Damen bleiben gleich auf der Bühne hier bei mir, and I may now ask Secretary General Peter Launsky, the esteemed laureates of 2022 and the laudators, as well as the Task Force Dialogue of Cultures, to join me up on stage here for the first group photo of the Intercultural Achievement Award 2022. Please come up. Also join us up on stage. All the award winners from 2021, please. Ich fürchte, das ist nicht.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We'll do it later. It's not finished yet.